Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from storyplanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book Thinking in Systems, a creation by Donella H. Meadows. Thinking in Systems, 2008, is a beginner's guide to systems thinking. In these summarizer, you will learn how to perceive the world as a web of interlinked networks and understand how various components, connections, and objectives work together to sustain any given system. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Donella Meadows, a renowned environmental scientist, author, and educator, was known for her forward-thinking ideas. Regarded as one of the world's leading systems analysts, she was honored with the prestigious MacArthur Genius Grant. Tragically, Meadows passed away in 2001. With 8 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book. On storyplanet.net. To start, this text suggests that by becoming a systems expert, there are personal benefits to be gained. This text introduces the concept of systems and compares the human body to other systems, such as a soccer team and a company. It explains that systems are everywhere and discusses the importance of feedback, the potential for corruption within systems, and the misconception that more input will always result in more output. Key idea number 1. A system is a collection of interconnected elements that work together towards a common goal. Systems are groups of elements connected by relationships and paired with a purpose. These elements can be physical or intangible. The relationships and purpose of a system determine its behavior, even if the elements change. Stocks are the elements of a system at a given time, while flows represent the change in stock over time due to inflows and outflows. Key idea number 2. Feedback is essential for the stability of sustainable systems. Stocks and flows of a system are constantly changing due to feedback. Balancing feedback stabilizes the difference between the actual and desired levels of stock. Reinforcing feedback perpetually generates more or less of what already exists. These two feedbacks are important system structures. For example, population growth is reinforced by a positive birth rate, but balanced by death as the population becomes unsustainably large. Key idea number 3. Functioning systems have the characteristics of resilience, self-organization, and hierarchy. Resilience is the ability of a system to bounce back from change. It is determined by the structure and feedback of the system. Resilience is often overlooked and sacrificed for productivity and comfort, leading to system collapse. Some systems can also self-organize, learning and evolving on their own. Systems naturally form hierarchies, which reduce the amount of information each part of the system has to handle. Key idea number 4. Knowing how to avoid common mistakes can improve your ability to investigate systems effectively. If we only focus on the outputs of systems, we will misunderstand their true behavior. Systems are often simplified into a series of events, but this overlooks their complexity. We also tend to expect linear relationships, even though the real world is non-linear. Systems are interconnected, but we often mentally isolate them. It is important to find a balance between considering the bigger picture and the specific aspects of a system. Key idea number 5. Disproportionate power can lead to corrupt systems that enable overuse. Systems can experience policy resistance when different subsystems have conflicting goals, leading to unnatural or problematic behavior. This can result in stuck systems that reproduce the same problems. One example is the relationship between drug traffickers, addicts, and law enforcement, where each group has different goals regarding drug supplies. To correct these systems, it's necessary to unite the actors and find a solution that works for everyone. Another problem occurs when a system uses a commonly owned and unsustainable resource, leading to collapse. To prevent this, education and regulation on resource usage are necessary. Key idea number 6. Systems can be adjusted to enhance efficiency. By changing buffers, system design, and delays, we can make systems more effective. Optimal buffer size can stabilize a system, but too much capacity can make it inflexible. Properly designed systems are more efficient and can understand limitations and bottlenecks. Delays should be proportional to a system's rate of change to respond effectively. Slowing down economic growth can allow technology and prices to catch up, creating a more efficient system. Key idea number 7. Adjusting the internal mechanisms and rules of systems can further enhance their efficiency. Changing physical elements of a system can improve it, but improving information flows and self-organization can also lead to significant improvements. Adding information flows, such as installing electrical meters, can reduce energy consumption. However, systems controlled solely by corporations, without input from others, will ultimately collapse. Allowing systems to self-organize can be beneficial despite the fear of losing control. Systems can also run into trouble if they have incorrect goals or paradigms which need to be changed. Shifting paradigms, such as in environmental protection, can lead to changes in various systems. Key idea number 8. Understanding the inner workings of systems helps in gaining a better understanding of the world. Systems cannot be controlled but can be understood in a general sense. To navigate systems better, it is important to observe their behavior, collect data, and understand their structure and functions. Information in a system needs to be distributed timely, accurately, and completely for it to function properly. It is essential to consider both measurable and immeasurable factors and not just focus on numbers and quantity. Understanding how a system produces its own behavior helps identify responsibility and consequences of actions. In conclusion, the key message of this book is that everything in the world is made up of systems, and studying their behavior and patterns can help us improve them. The actionable advice is to always expect positive outcomes instead of assuming bad things will happen. The suggested further reading is a book called Simply Complexity by Neil F. Johnson, which explores complexity theory and how it can explain and potentially avoid complex phenomena. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.